You can't heal in the same place where you got hurt. And sometimes, in order to find your true self, you have to leave the place where you came from. That's what I did. My name is Anastasia. I'm 31 years old. I'm from Russia, and for about 5 years I live abroad. I lived in Myanmar, Indonesia, Thailand, Georgia, and now for 3 years I live in Turkey. I'd love to share in this video 3 main reasons why I decided to leave and choose this lifestyle. And by this lifestyle I mean travel, experience. My husband is American, so we are an international family. I'm into yoga, meditation, spirituality. I really appreciate natural way of living, nutrition, and the life offline. But today is about 3 main reasons why I left. And to be more specific, I left 3 times, and each time there was a really good reason. Reason number 1, I wanted to explore. I wanted to experience life in different country, not just go there and travel for a week, 2, even a month was not enough for me. I wanted to experience different life. And let me give you a little background of where I come from. I am Muscovite. I come from Moscow. And I believe that this is a city of really high intense energy. It's a city of ambitions, and energy is really fast, intense, high pressure, high expectations, and high ambitions. That is what I love about this city. But high pressure gives you both sides. It can be as good as bad. And the bad part brings you a forever anxiety, feeling like you are, no matter what you do, it's just not good enough. You can try more, you can be harder on yourself, and it's always feels like you're running somewhere that you don't understand even where and why. This is a very interesting, intense city, and I believe that Moscow is so deep in my core and in my bones that no matter where I go, I bring this pressure and expectations with myself. But honestly, it's not even about the city, even though it plays a big part in it. The climate in the country and in Moscow is also very intense. It's just gray, dark, and cold for about 8 months a year. It gets dark. By dark I mean that the sky literally turns gray and it's just cold for 8 months. When I was young, for the first time I left when I was 20, I believe that climate plays a really, really big role, and I didn't even imagine how it is to live somewhere where it's always summer or where the climate is just different. I really wanted to explore and experience this life. And of course, when you're young, you just want more out of life, and I wanted to experience more. I wanted to see it with my own eyes. I wanted to feel it with my own body. And one more little thing, I was really into Southeast Asia. By this I mean Southeast Asian philosophy, Southeast Asian way of living. It really resonates with me. Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism. There is something extremely beautiful in this way of life. I felt like the pace of their life is something that a Muscovite heart might learn from. That's where I was when I was 20. I really wanted to explore. And to be more specific, I wanted to explore Southeast Asian culture and philosophy. And I could not get rid of this feeling. It was a feeling that something is missing. I wasn't sure what is it. Just some little puzzle wasn't there while I was living in my home country. And when I was 20, I left for the first time. I got a scholarship to study in Indonesia for a year. I was studying religion and culture. That was intense. For a year, I lived in tropical island. I was working at the same time and studying. And when you're 21, life just feels young and beautiful. and I was definitely living it. Reason number 2. Soon enough after I came back home, I realized that Moscow still does not have what I'm searching for. Something I was looking for was still missing in my hometown. And let me paint a detailed picture for you. I was studying in Bali for a year. I just tasted this freedom. I mean, it took me some time to adapt in Indonesia, but after I adapted, I was living there and studying and working. I met a lot of interesting people that are also into Southeast Asian spirituality and this adventurous way of living where you want to explore and experience and discover. And I got into meditation and spirituality. I started to get introduced to these concepts. For the first time, I got participated in a silent retreat of Vipassana meditation for 10 days. So exciting. And I learned about Hinduism and Buddhism. And with all that information and excitement, I came back home. I was trying to maintain this conscious way of living while being interested in meditation, but I had to reintegrate back and live in Moscow. And part of me thought that's what I want. I'm from here. Probably I want to live here, right? I had a lot of friends and family there, and my friends and my family is everything to me. It's like it's my heart. I really need this connection. And despite all of that, I felt that something was missing, a big puzzle that was a big part of me. I had to find a job, I had to make money. So I went to the office and I worked at the office for 2 years in online marketing. The work was, don't get me wrong, life in the office and work at the office can be exciting. It can light you up if you see purpose in it, if you do what you like and what you enjoy. Back then, I did not really know myself. I did not really know what I would enjoy. I was working in online marketing, speaking to different clients in different languages, and I thought that's cool. Part of me was really enjoying it, and on the surface, it looked perfect. A career in marketing, constant travels, friends around. But inside of me, I did not feel complete. And this job was actually very interesting. I traveled and participated in international exhibitions in Thailand, in Germany, Czech Republic. So there was a lot of travels as well, which is rare for the job to have, and it's very interesting and exciting. But part of me felt like it's not what I want, and it was not. And honestly, every time I would go to work, I would read a book about Southeast Asia or about Buddhism or Hinduism or Orientalism. I was still trying to maintain myself in these topics I was really into. I was slowly started to realize I want something different. I just don't want this lifestyle. And if you are in Moscow, you have to follow a certain lifestyle. Every city has a rule, and you rather follow it and enjoy it, or you don't follow it and live somewhere else. I was just starting to realize it slowly, day by day, step by step. But honestly, I had no idea what is my way out of it. And then the path unfolded itself. I got accepted for a master program in cross-cultural studies in Indonesia. And I left again to study my master's in Indonesia, and this is why I left for the second time. I felt that Moscow is just not enough. It didn't have this peace I was searching for, and this lifestyle was not exactly what I wanted. Reason number 3. After I came back, from a master's, I realized that this is the lifestyle I want, regardless of how hard it is. I knew what I'm gonna get myself into. It's a constant life of fighting for the visa, not understanding what other people are saying, not really being familiar with the culture, and finding friends, feeling lonely. While I was living in Indonesia, I met my husband, Matthew. Back then, he was just a boyfriend. We met 6 months before the pandemic. And when the pandemic hit, I had biggest realizations of my life. I was back then in Indonesia, trapped in Bali island without an ability to travel anywhere else. And I was like, you know what? We all could die, and we will die one day. We don't have that much time, and we better live our life the way we want to live it. I just had this, something that is obvious, something that was always in front of your face, but you just didn't see it. I just realized it deep in my soul, and I was like, you know what? I want to travel. I want to live abroad. I want to experience life to the fullest. I want to discover. I want to go so deep inside myself that I don't see the bottom. Is there such a thing? I don't know. But I want to experience life. I want to go deep into it. I just want to experience life. And Matthew also showed me a different perspective on life. He's from America. He's from the States. And he had something to tell me. And I showed him my perspective. And it was just beautiful. It's just so beautiful how life is and how people are in different parts of the world. And I started to feel like I belong to the world, not exactly to one country only. And this is a very empowering feeling. So when I came back home to Moscow, back then I knew I'm living to marry Matthew and to live together. I was ready to create an international family and live this life, live abroad. We are both explorers to our core. We are wanderers. And we are both into spirituality. And I thought that this is such a beautiful way to experience life also. We experience through each other, through travel, through experiences. Together we went to India to do our yoga teacher training. I'm gonna add the link in the description below. By the way, it's such an amazing experience. But yeah, I wanted to discover myself, and I already consciously have chosen this lifestyle. Sometimes to experience your true self, you have to have a courage to leave your home country. Living your comfort zone is definitely not easy. It's one of the hardest experiences human being can have in life, is to leave the place where you come from, to leave your mama, to leave all your best friends, to leave everything you know, your language, your favorite restaurant, your favorite coffee place that was next to your school or university where you used to go to study, just to leave all that and go to a new adventure, to explore yourself, go to a new, different, exciting phase of life. And in order to do that, you need to let go of an old version of you. And for me, that was the hardest thing to do, like 10 out of 10 hard. If I would rate my anxiety back then, it was 9 out of 10 of how hard it was to leave your home country and go experience life. And if you would ask me how happy I was to make this decision, it's like 10 out of 10. So you're anxious but excited and happy at the same time. Yeah, human experience. I feel like after I left, this is when my journey began. I had so many ups and downs because I lived in Turkey for 3 years, and moving somewhere and adapting to a new country in your late 20s is such a different conversation rather than you do it in your early 20s. Being in your 30s, by the way, it's a whole different mindset and lifestyle, but yeah, I had a lot of internal and external struggles, and I would love to talk about it in my next video. Thank you so much for being here, for watching the video. I'm just starting this YouTube channel, so please do your thing for the algorithm. I'd love to hear your ideas and comments about life abroad. Maybe there is something that resonated with you. Maybe you have a different opinion on something I said. I would love to hear about that. And I'll see you later. Bye.